Hey y'all, it's Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today. And for this video, we are going to be once again unhauling my TBR. Alright, so before we get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below and tell me in the comments what's the last book that you ended up kicking off your TBR. Alright, so I started this trend a few years ago where about once a year I go through my TBR digitally and clear it out because this thing has been open for many years. There are so many books that chances are I'm not going to get to all of them. Some of them I might just have lost interest in. Others I might have heard negative reviews about. My tastes might have changed, or I might just be a little bit more realistic nowadays. So we are starting out with 841 books on my Goodreads TBR, and we are going to see whether or not I can work this down. I'm not going to give myself a goal because I don't know how well I'll do with that. All right, so starting at the top with my TBR, going through these from the oldest added to the newest. If I'm being completely honest, already at the top is A Dirty Job by Christopher Moore, which I have been meaning to get to for forever. And I just don't think it's going to happen at this point. I really don't. So I think with that, I'm going to officially kick that one off. Next up, Nocturna by Maya Matena. I don't even remember when I added this, but I believe it's a YA fantasy. Latin-inspired world. A face-changing thief and a risk-taking prince must team up to defeat a powerful evil they accidentally unleashed. Okay, I was ready to kick this off for being YA, but dang, that actually sounds kind of good. I don't think I've really ever heard anybody talk about this either. Let's see, do any of my friends have reviews? No, I know a good few people who want to read it, but nobody who has read it. Maybe I'll leave this one be for now. If there's any of these you think I should just officially kick off, let me know. Tell me in the comments. The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides is one that it's one of those where like it has to be popular for a reason, right? I'm so intrigued. I still have yet to get to it. I think for right now, I will leave it on there. I need to do like forcing myself to last through some thrillers so I can clear them off and just like let myself DNF them if I'm not enjoying them. That's a good idea. We're going to save that for a video idea. Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. I think this one is also a young adult fantasy, but I believe it's sapphic, which is why it's stayed on this list for so long because I don't have enough sapphic books. It is... okay, Forbidden Magic, Arranged Marriage. Let's see, did any of my friends... oh, okay. Got a 5-star from Emma Books and then a 2-star from the Book Leo. Two of my favorite booktubers from back in the day. Jess gave it 4 stars, and so did my friend Kylie, and both of them tend to know what they're talking about. Okay, maybe I'll keep this one for right now also. We're not doing a great job so far. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Oh my god. Okay, I have gone back and forth on this one for years. Incredibly popular, but like nothing has really ever called me to read this at all. I've just never really felt that interested in it, apart from the fact that like everybody I know loves it. Okay, I guess for right now, I'll leave it on here. I don't know. Maybe one day. Who knows? Okay, Ink and Blood by Kim Smedjical. I'm pretty sure I looked at this one last time I was considering unhauling it. Now, it also sounds really interesting. I need to like do some sort of a video with a bunch of YA books, but this one I've not heard many people talk about, and the idea of it is so interesting. So I think we're going to keep that one too. Fire on the Island. What's this? Fire on the Island by Timothy J. Smith, a romantic thriller. I'm intrigued, and it's set in Greece. Do love Greece. I do think I'm going to officially give up on Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I like the idea of this where it's like a historical story but with zombies, but I've learned that like I just don't really care about zombies anymore. I've given up on that. The Widows of Malbar Hill. I'm going to also give up on this one because I'm pretty sure it's like a cozy mystery thing, and it's not really me. Thinking of ending things is one I really need to get around to reading one of these days. Another one that's like really popular thriller that I'm so intrigued by, but just haven't made time for. Ties That Tether. Nigerian woman falls in love with a white man. Looking at reviews, apparently it starts with an unexpected pregnancy, which is not mentioned. Not really a fan of that. So I think I'm going to ixnay that one. There's no The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. This is another like YA fantasy that like I'm so intrigued by, but I've yet to get around to. The Eighth Detective by Alex Pavesi. I mean, this sounds kind of interesting, but like it also just sounds like any other mystery story. So I think ixnay that one. The Toll by Sherry Priest. I don't remember what this is. Oh, Southern Gothic Horror. Okay, never mind. That is staying on there. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I've like gone really back and forth with this series because on one hand, it does sound very interesting and very up my alley. But on the other hand, it's YA. And I do feel like I've hit the point now where like I am having a harder time suspending disbelief with YA in my mystery stories, especially one such as this where I think like they work with the FBI or something similar to that. So I might officially get rid of that one. The Book of Lost Things by John Conley, another YA fantasy, the book about a book, which is always strong for me. And then also some people have tagged it as horror. Whoa, there's 2 books in this series and they came out like 20 years apart. That's crazy. Leonie, Childhood Ruined. You know what? I'll keep it on there. I'm intrigued. A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. This is like a Alice in Wonderland retelling. I'm so interested, but at the same time, like I really don't know if I will like this. I gotta do some sort of a video to work through a bunch of these. These are all staying here. A Housewarming by S.E. Lines. What is this? Housewarming party. Child's kidnapped. It sounds like a domestic thriller. I think I'll just go ahead and kick that one off. You Will Know Me by Megan Abbott. I don't recognize this one. Oh, gymnastics mystery thriller. Okay, that's interesting. Oof. Although I will say, looking at some of my friends' reviews does not make me want to read this, so I might kick that one off too. Oh my god, The Last Hero by Rick Riordan. I've been saying I'm going to read this series for years now. Still hasn't happened. I'll leave it there for now. The Cipher by Isabella Maldonado. What are you? Another thriller. Serial perpetrator, though. That sounds interesting. Mixed with like a stalker sort of thing. Okay, this actually sounds pretty good. The romances, gonna keep those. Queen of Hearts, that's another like YA Alice in Wonderland retelling. Like I said, beating a dead horse at this point. Captive Prince, I've been needing to read this for years, and I keep forgetting about it. So one of these days I will. Confessions by Kane Minato, kind of the same thing. Been meaning to get to that one for years. Still has not happened. Hopeless Romantic by Marina Adar. Looks like it's like a second chance romance sort of thing. Something super standing out to me. I think I might kick that one off. Cutting Season by Attica Locke. I recognize the author. It's another mystery set on a plantation. I will say this sounds pretty interesting as far as like a commentary standpoint, and then making it a mystery. So I think I'll keep this one on here. The Long Drop by Denise Mina doesn't super stand out. Does she call Ixnay that one too? Sarah Waters, I want to try some of her work. The Whisper by Donato Carisi, literary thriller. Whoa, 6 severed arms are found. Okay, it's a strong way to start. The setup sounds interesting, but like it really isn't standing out to me. So I think I'll ixnay that one. The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chakshi, YA fantasy. Have been interested in this one for years. Have I gotten to it? No, I am not. Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic. I've also been intrigued about this one for years. I've been told it reads like fan fiction, but like I don't really know what to even expect from this one. Is it? Because I think it's like a super slow burn, like queer romance. I don't know. That's a big one where I'm like, I really don't know if I want to read this still. Girl 11 by Amy Suter Clark. It's another thriller, another true crime podcast situation. Interested, but like I don't know if I'm like super interested. Decent reviews from some of my friends. Okay, maybe I'll leave that one on there because I do appreciate podcast angle. I think Ace of Spades I'm going to officially give up on. I don't really care about young adult dark academia anymore. Seasons of the Storm by El Cosimano. What was this? Young adult romance. Oh, with like a seasons magic. That's kind of interesting. My friends do not have the best things to say about it. No, honestly, like looking overall, I think we can get rid of that one. I'm going to go ahead and kick off this one by Samantha Downing. Was not a big fan of the first book I read by that author. Who is Maud Dixon by Alexandra Andrews? Who is Maud Dixon? Psychological thriller. Strong reviews though. Okay, I guess I'll keep that one. All of these so far are staying on here. The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. I do think I'm going to ixnay that one. It's like a young adult thrillerish thing. It just doesn't really appeal to me anymore. Blood Air by Amelie Wen Zhao. Control Blood. Okay, that's cool. It's some sort of retelling also. Lots of positive reviews from my friends. So, okay, I might keep this one for right now. Rips Through Time by Kelly Armstrong. Also sounds like it's young adult fantasy. It's not young adult, actually. Okay, but I will admit, like a mystery with a time travel element. Still interested. Dark and Shallow Lies. I am going to ixnay that one. I remember that got added. There was like a book club pick for like Barnes & Noble or something like that. The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I think I'm going to officially ixnay this one. I've heard about it for years and like I know what it is. I don't think it's one that I'm like especially drawn to that I will read. I'm going to ixnay Quinta Brunson's memoir just because I've heard she herself admits she probably should have waited to write this until later in her life, which I think is a valid thing to say. Not So Perfect Strangers by L.S. Stratton. I don't remember what you are. Domestic thriller, modern spin of Strangers on a Train. I think I can get rid of that. This doesn't sound like anything that I'm gonna be missing. Yerba Buena by Nina LaCour. I wanted to be the kind of person to read this for so long, but I just don't think I am. All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. I feel like this was supposed to get removed last time I did this video. Before You Knew My Name by Jacqueline Boblitz. Doesn't stand out especially. I think I'll get rid of that one. And next page. Still interested in all of these. The Last Word by Taylor. Oh no, I remember what that is. Flicker in the Dark. I recognize the name from hearing it around everywhere, but I don't remember what the book's actually about. Let's see. Okay. That sounds kind of interesting. Lots of positive thoughts from friends. All right, I'll keep it. Venom and Vow by Anna Maria McLemore. Transgender prince and a bigender assassin. Okay, that's kind of cool. Very YA. Looking at reviews, though, it does still sound like something I would like. So I'm going to keep that one. I will say I'm going to get rid of Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. Initial idea of it sounded interesting, but all of the reviews I've heard about it doesn't really make it stand out to me. So I think I can kick that one off. Velvet Knife by Maureen Johnson. I still have very conflicting feelings about whether or not I'm going to read this. We'll find out about that together. Oh, I can get rid of this one because I've read it at this point. Move it to red. There we go. I have made the decision I'm probably not going to finish out the One of Us is Lying series, so I'll knock the third book off. All the Living and the Dead by Haley Campbell. What is this? I like the cover. That seems like something that would make me add it. Oh, it's a nonfiction book, actually. This actually sounds very interesting, right up my alley, so I'm keeping that. Strega by Joanne Holm. Modern Gothic story. Okay. We're keeping that. Nightshine by Tessa Gratton. Tessa Gratton is a author that I've read Star Wars books. Does sound kind of interesting, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm really going to get around to reading it. I don't really like this cover, if I'm being honest. Is it superficial? Yes, it is, but I'm going to own it. By Any Other Name by Erin Cotter. What are you? Historical, queer, romance-ish. Down on his luck, actor and English lord team up to solve a mystery. Fun. I guess I'll keep that one on there for now because it does sound very up my alley. Still interested in all of these babies. Theme music by Marie T. Vendelli. What are you? You just look like you're a mystery. Oh, horror actually. Okay. Kind of an interesting setup. I think I'll keep this one. Red Sight by Meredith Morey. I don't recognize you. Space opera with sapphic romance. Okay. All right. Keeping that. That sounds cool. On the Same Page by Haley Cass. I've heard not great things about this one, and it is really long, but it's sapphic, and I don't have enough sapphic books. It's almost 500 pages. I don't know if I'm going to read that. I'm going to ixnay this one just because it's not the first in the series, and I already have the first in the series on my TBR, and my laptop just died. Solid. Little Darlings by Melanie Golding. Okay, this looks like it's a horror thrill around kids. Okay, that sounds creepy. I guess I'll keep that one on there. And then The Magicians by Love Grossman. Is this the one that the TV show is based on? Honestly, I think I'm going to get rid of that one. I'll go ahead and give up on that. Mortality Thief by Terry Hunt. What are you? I don't recognize you. You sound interesting. Treasure Hunt. Oh, it's sci-fi. Oh, it's long. Keeping that. Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. Once upon a time, I said I was going to read this. I'm going to go ahead and kick that one off. Nothing about it really appeals to me, apart from the fact I've heard people speak positively about it. But the story itself does not sound like something I'm really interested in. Old Wounds by Logan Ashley Kisner. I don't recognize this, but I like the cover. It's cool. It's a queer young adult horror. Okay, I think I'll keep that for right now. Still interested. Him by Jeff Ryman. I don't recognize you. Oh, I think I remember this. Seventh Veil of Salome by Sylvia Marino Garcia. I don't remember what this one's about. I think it's a short. Is it a short story? It's a historical fiction. It's got a romance. I really like this author's writing, and I tend to really like her characters. But I don't know. This one just doesn't super stand out to me. So I think I can get rid of it. Still intrigued by all of these. The Midnight Lie by Marie Rudkowski. I remember this one though. Young adult sapphic fantasy. Maybe. Very mixed on reviews. I think I'll keep it for now. Chanel Bonfire. I got rid of that, so I'm gonna kick that one off of here. Interested. Lies That Bind by Ray Knowles. I don't remember this. What is this? Horror sapphic Dark romance with fantasy. Okay, never mind. This is staying. That all of that sounds great together. Goddess of Nothing at All by Kat Rector. I don't know what this is. Fantasy, retelling, queer, sounding like it's right up my alley. It's Norse. All right. Is this a retelling of Sin and Loki? Okay, yeah, we're keeping that on there. Our Secret Moments by Janisha Boswell. I don't remember what this is. Football romance. Okay. This had to be like somebody recommended this. Actually, I bet that's what it is. I bet somebody at my book club recommended this, and that's how it got on here. That sounds about right. Darkness by Lachelle Seville. I'll recognize you. I like the cover though. Vampires, sapphic, and horrific. Okay, never mind. We're keeping you. Listen, I'm just a girl, and like certain words just instantly get my attention and make me want to keep it. Master of Death by Olivia Blake. This is an author that has been so popular, but like majority of her stuff has never appealed to me. I like the cover. I really like the cover. We're still like it might be sapphic with like vampires. I'm still into it. Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sango Mandana. As much as I wanted to read this, I've heard like literally nothing but underwhelming reviews on it. So I think I'm also going to get rid of Ne'er-do-Well by Alexandra Vasti. I was really considering trying more in this series, but I just was not very impressed with the first book I read by this author. So I think I'll get rid of that. Like as we get to the newer stuff, of course, I'm not going to be kicking these off because I added them like relatively recently, which makes perfect sense. So let's see. Still interested. Honestly, this new one by R.F. Kuang, I was already like skeptical about adding it to my TBR, and then the reviews I've heard from it just don't really make it sound like something that I would like. So I think I'm going to get rid of that one. I do think I'm going to get rid of For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lin. Another one that like I was very hesitant adding it to my TBR, but reviews I've heard, initially I'd heard like nothing but positive reviews, but I've recently heard a bit more like middling and negative reviews, and those actually sound like they'd be more in line with my thoughts and like complaints I could see myself having. So yeah, I think I just don't see myself reading that. None Too Soon by Leisha Sharp. Initially, I was really interested in this. Somebody at my book club read it, and then I think somebody else read it, and they're kind of the same thing as the prior book. Their complaints also sounded like stuff that would bug me, so I think I'm going to get rid of that one. And then these are like super recent, so I highly doubt any of them are getting kicked out. No, I'm still interested in all these books. I also realized I can find duplicates and like very easily delete a bunch of duplicates off of here. I'm going to do that real quick. That's going to take a hot second. It's not going to be entertaining. So I'm not going to record this. But then we'll get our final count as to how many books have I kicked off my TBR. Okay, so officially finished that out. And drum roll, please. We dropped down to 794 books. I realize this is still an insane amount of books to say I want to read. That's a fair amount of books knocked off this TBR. So I am feeling very successful. I'm feeling very good about myself. On that note, that is officially it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for going to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, let's leave the laptop emoji in the comments. I have links to all of my socials, as well as a few ways you can support me down in the description. I come out videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope that you continue to have a terrific day. Love you. Bye.